Now, apparently Brigham Young held a vote and people raised their hands and said, yeah, let's make it a commandment. And okay, that's fine. I respect living priesthood. Didn't make it into the scriptures, though. So that's something that's administered as policy, and I'm 100% fine with that. But it is important for us to realize that there's a difference between policy and scripture, right? Scripture is a doctrinal foundation. Okay, so the doctrinal foundation is that it's not given as commandment. Now, living priesthood and the living priesthood keys has the keys of the application or direction of the priesthood on the earth. And so we can say we're going to apply the word of wisdom as commandment through the policy of the church, as part of interview processes. And that's 100% acceptable, right? They have the keys to do that and make those implementations. But what it also means is that they're free to make other changes for the word of wisdom as they see fit going forward. And I just think that's interesting because there's definitely some picking and choosing as to how they want to apply the word of wisdom. We're about to go through what it says in here, and there's some things that they seem to care about today more than others. And they're more sticklers for the don'ts than the do's, for example. And there has been times in the past where the handbook has been very specific as to what the don'ts are. And now you go read the handbook today and it says it's a commandment, but, to some degree, feel it out for yourself. Use your own discernment on, if there's anything that's a gray area, just feel it out yourself, go by the Spirit, and that's how we're gonna do it today. So, I find it fascinating that it's given by revelation and the word as a word of wisdom. And as we go through here, I think it's very clear that the principle of the word of wisdom is definitely intended for those who are seeking to progress spiritually and have access to the greater blessings and temple blessings that we have today. It's very clear to me that that's the case. I do find it interesting that they just say it's a commandment in the general handbook when the scriptures say it's not. I'm like, dude, just release a new section of Doctrine and Covenants and say it's a commandment now.
Yeah, that would make a lot of consternation maybe go away. Maybe not. Maybe people would still have that. I don't know.
I mean, it's clear that it's the will of God for the temporal salvation of the saints. So, even if it's not a commandment, it's the will of God. So what is that? Right? We shouldn't have to be commanded in all things, right? There's a principle.
Yeah, and even though as deeply as we study these scriptures and you think, well, there's some things, at least in here, that do appear to be contradictory to what we are held to account for today, I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. If the brethren have the ability and the agency and the latitude from the Lord to administer many affairs of his kingdom the way that they see fit. Okay. They have a lot of prerogative on a lot of this stuff. I'm not suggesting that the Lord also doesn't want it this way. I'm not suggesting that. I think the one area that, to your point, I think for continued progression and spiritual advancement, I think this is incredibly important to be clean as possible in all ways, so especially when we're thinking about going to the temple and entering into those additional covenants.
Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.